This is RSBANB Update, episode 360, recorded Friday, May 11th, 2012, Evolving RuneScape with Bonfires. Hello everybody, welcome to RSBANB Update. This week, we are here with Trekkie, as he insists I call him rather than the other name.
I did?
Yeah! For the past 2 weeks, you didn't want me to call you J1, J2, J3.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Yes, so here's your favorite two co-hosts. One in Canada, one in the US, unfortunately. So... But I think Trekkie's a good American.
That's debatable, depending on which side of the political side you're on. The political spectrum.
I was referring to you as a person, not the political spectrum.
Yes, but you know how people are. Americans like to
some people.
Each other.
Yeah, even though we're all the same anatomically. All right, so... As we said, this week we were hopefully going to be sitting beside our bonfire, so we got this little virtual bonfire here going. What do you think?
You know what? I expected the bonfires to be bigger.
Yeah, me too.
That is the idea of a bonfire, right? Is that
they're not like this little thing. I mean, bonfires are huge. I mean, I know there's bonfires I've been able to see from half a kilometer away before. I'm sure everybody remembers Chief Snake. He once had a bonfire in his backyard that his friend was able to see across town. So, I mean, what we have on RS really isn't bonfires. They really should have made them take up at least a 3x3 or even a 5x5 space on the ground, don't you think?
Well, yeah. Well. Anyway, for those who haven't been on RS for a while, bonfire is the new fire making training method. What happens is back in the past, you would have to, in order to level up fire making, you would have to go in a row and burn every single light, have in your inventory, head back to the bank and repeat. But what they've done now is one person can start a fire, and then other people can throw logs into it, and yeah, you can basically, it's another AFK trainable method.
Yeah, and the XP is faster than regular fire making, which is good, but it's not as fast as the curly toes from in the Jadinko there. Yeah. I mean, that thing is 300k XP an hour. This one is only marginally faster than that, and it takes still about a minute or so to burn a full inventory of logs. So you're really not gaining that much from this, aside from the ability to not have to click as much, which is a good thing because, you know, it makes the whole thing less monotonous, just like RuneSpan did last week, and it also makes it more sociable. So let's say you want to get people together, you can actually do that and share experiences and whatnot and sing songs around the campfire.
Actually, I did that at my Citadel.
Oh, okay.
We turned the Citadel into a night, and then we started a bonfire outside the little bank slot, and we started chit-chatting about what's been going on this whole week and what stupid things we've done in life.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
Found out there was a lot people do a lot of stupid things in life.
Did anyone talk about Obama?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Anyways.
Political.
So, essentially... we just described this entire update here, but there are a few other tiny things about this. Let's say you get some people together. The XP rate will increase. So you have, let's say you have 5 people around a bonfire, you'll get 4% more XP. So everybody gets this extra XP when you put a log on the fire. So it benefits to do it in a sociable setting, because over time, if you're going for level 99, for example, an extra 4% XP does indeed add up, and same goes for Ring of Flames and a Ring of Fire, and Flame Gloves, because those will stack as well. So 2 people, you get a 1% boost. 3 people, you get a 2% boost. 4, 3%, and then as we said, 5 plus 4%. So it's not as bad as we were expecting with regards to the bots. As bots would be taking advantage of this for fire making and greatly increasing the amount of XP gained. I think JX has to design updates with that in mind, because I know that the bots are always going to be around to do simple things like add logs to the fire making. Because really all you need to do to add a log is click the log and then click add to bonfire, and then your player will find the closest bonfire, providing it's in range, and add the logs to it. So you really don't even need to do that much.
Or you can, or one other thing you can do is just find a fire and then just right click on the fire and add logs to it.
Yeah, that's the other way of doing it. And, all bonfires start with just lighting a fire, like you initially light a fire with either the bow or the tinderbox. I like the bow method of lighting a fire. That's nice and tribal. I actually did that in school once on a field trip. I lit a fire using a bow and 2 logs. No, it was good.
Yes.
That's the kind of stuff we do up here.
Anyway, one other little thing is also that if you do any cooking on a player-made fire, you do get a slight 10% bonus to your cooking XP. And another thing is you attain a hardy glow. Basically, what it does is that it gives if you contribute at least 5 logs in one fire in succession, you'll earn a temporary boost to your life points. It up to 10% depending on your level and lasts on the type of logs that you used. I did maples for a little bit, and I went to about 1080, which is quite nice.
Yeah. They stack. So let's say you do one type and you do another type, you just add on. They last for a different period of time, so that's good.
Yeah, and so I going to say I think I would say a lot more people before fighting next. It's like, hey guys, let's start a fire, and okay, and dump their fires in, and suddenly, all right, we're all nice and warm now. Let's get going. But
yeah, just to speak on the life point boost, if you have between 90 and 99 fire making, you'll get a 10% boost, and then it goes down from there. So 80 to 89 is 9%, 70 to 79 is 8%, and so on. Magic logs last 60 minutes, U logs 54 minutes, Maple logs 36 minutes, and they go down from there.
That's quite good, though. But
yeah, I mean, a 10% boost on your life points, that's pretty big. Were you able to, I don't know, were you able to test this if the life points regenerate to that maximum, or is it just a one-time thing?
You know what? I didn't try. I have to fight somebody in order to do that, and I don't think I can do it right now. But
yeah, that's what I was.
It hasn't gone down. That's what I remember. I was fire making for a while. It never went down. You know how usually with the boost it goes down after a certain period of time. Every 25 seconds it goes down 1 point. It didn't go down for me. It kept going. It just kept. It stayed there basically. Lastly,
I wonder if you get hit and you eat something, if that'll be your new maximum, or if it's just a one-time thing like a Saradomin brew. That'd be interesting to find out. If anyone knows, please do post in the show comments. That would be great.
Yeah, I think you can probably get it back up because it's not going down for me.
No. I mean, if I come and hit you with my whip, and then you take a bite of food, will it go back up to 99, or will it go back up to 1080 like you said? That's what I'm wondering.
Yes. Shane, do you really have to hit me with your whip?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, and lastly, every once in a while you will get a free fire spirit, which will greet you, will be grateful that you freed it, and will give you a small reward. So far, I think the rewards
got one of those yet.
I got some, but
apparently it's 1 in 100.
I got some, but the thing is that it's not. The rewards are junk, but that might be because I'm using low level logs.
What did it give for you?
I was given like 3 gold charms, about 100 air runes, a crimson charm, and green charm. So maybe because it's the type of wood I was burning, but it didn't give me very much for a reward.
Well,
But
it's just meant to be a little thing, so I don't think you'll be getting anything that great
but
from it.
but then again, I am using low level logs, so maybe that could also be why I haven't exactly experimented with Magic or you yet. I've been using Maples and others just to basically clean up my bank.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Well,
Question is, what kind of thing will people be using to train fire making now? I imagine bonfires will be the new thing to do for log training, but for people who want to really go hardcore with the skill, you think they'll go back to this, or do you think they'll keep doing the curly things in the Jadinko dungeon?
I expect them to keep doing curly dungeon. Why do this if you can get better experience? But it's also one of those. It's also one of those. If you have, those of you who go to the island to get your resources, you get all that maple anyway. Maybe people may use it to burn them up.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
right.
you might as if you have it, and maples are relatively dirt ass cheap right now. How much are they right now? They're 27 each.
Oh,
Wow, that's
they
bad.
went up. That went up. I should check my kingdom.
Okay, but yeah, it went up slightly, but it's still dirt cheap compared to how it was before. Uh, yeah. Hey, if you have the brain power to make maple longbows, it's good money.
Yeah. Why was I
Oof,
calling the things in the Jadinko there curly toes when they're curly roots?
you're thinking of something naughty.
I was.
Hmm.
Anyways,
I
I
guess
don't
like
want to indulge anyone's minds, so I don't know. I don't know where you're going with that. So with that being said,
yeah.
um,
But hey, Shane,
overall, a
good news
good thing
though.
or a bad thing?
Well, overall, I think it's good and bad because one, I'm a little disappointed in the update. I expected the fire to change instead of just like, oh, you can toss a piece of wood into
Well,
it.
they did change. You can see what kind of log started the fire now.
Yeah, but then they didn't change the fire though. The color of the fire, it didn't change how the logs look. I expected a
Well,
little bit more from something called a
it lasts
bonfire.
longer if you use like a magic log. It lasts longer than a regular wood log.
Hmm. But it's just one of those. Like, I expected more, like visually of the bonfire. Like, why is it still
Yeah,
so
they could have
small?
done that and made it bigger. But I guess the thing, from a development point of view, the way would see it with the bonfire is that the fire is an interesting thing to model because it's transparent and it also emits light. And the fact that it's dynamic as well, meaning there's sparks and whatnot coming off it, maybe means they weren't able to make it as big as they wanted, ensuring that the frame rates would still be acceptable. And because just the way RuneScape is built, everything they do needs to be focused on making it look good with the minimal amount of resources. I remember reading one of their job postings a couple of years ago, and the thing for their 3D modeler they wanted somebody to be able to create high quality player models without using huge amounts of polygons, which translates to basically, we want you to model things that look good, but we want you to use the minimal number of resources to do this because this is a Java-based game and performance is important to us because we have a software rendering engine that a good chunk of people are using, and we can't exactly count on the high-speed rendering of a graphics card to render polygons. So that's my guess as to why we saw the fires being small. But
But then the
you
other
said,
thing is, one other little thing is that they want you to start a small group of people and add up to it to get the most experience. So you need at least 5 people in order to get as much experience as
well,
you
that's
can. And
simple. You
one of
just go
those,
to the Grand Exchange.
I'm at the Grand Exchange and nobody's doing anything.
Oh,
Maybe
really? They
one or
were
two,
last
and
night.
that's about it. Maybe because
Oh,
it was a new thing, but I haven't gotten that many people to join me. But could just be me.
could be. Maybe they don't like
Yeah.
the way you smell.
I shower every day.
Okay. So,
Alrighty.
what were you gonna? You said you were gonna say something relation to this in RuneSpan. Something you don't like about both of these updates.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that. I said well, one thing I didn't like about it, it's really AFKable, and it's kind of one of those things where like they're making the game not as interactive as it used to be. At
Okay,
least
yeah, I can
I
see where
can
you're coming from with that.
it's one of those where it's like now it's really just sit back and wait, becoming more of that, and that made to make people just feel like, oh well, I don't really need to play the game anymore. I'll just let the game itself do it.
Yeah, that's true, but there's also another reason they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Think of fire making. Fire making was one of the most botted skills that exists. So, if they could make fire making enjoyable to the point where it doesn't need to be botted, maybe that's a good thing, because if they introduce this kind of automated fire making like this, less people will be resorting to fire making bots.
Yes, but yeah, those who want to bot, they'll do it anyway. But then again, they kind of did a mini bot nuke, so that's all good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think this is just another way of changing players' minds about what's monotonous and what isn't, and giving people the option to train something that doesn't need to be botted. I mean, you could say the same thing even about RuneSpan last week. Maybe this is one of their ways of combating botting. I don't know, but it seems like a fairly ingenious way of doing it without telling anyone. And the fact is, if something gives you the best XP, people are likely to use it to trade, which is ultimately good for the game and good for botting, because if it's good XP, people won't bot it. Well, if it's easy, I mean. So that's my theory on this whole thing. But overall, I think this update was a long time in the works, and it's good that we now have it, minus the thing you said about the appearance. But go ahead.
Actually, before you even said anything about bots, I had thought about it last night, but we were getting off topic, and I said, oh, forget it. But I didn't think about this last night, about the whole bot thing. Oh, it's nothing.
Okay. Anything else we need to talk about with regards to bonfires?
No, we cover everything. Quicker and easier fire making. Yay!
Yay! All right. Release notes for the week. Oh, I heard a lamp.
Uh-huh.
So, anything in here that you want to discuss?
Let's see, graphics. Graphic issues RuneScape fixed, so if female Morton legs have knee pads added. Okay. Warning is now given to when a monkey retreat is unequipped and dropped due to full inventory. Let's see. No, not really. Everything is all minor bugs and fixes.
Okay.
Light options added all kinds of logs. That's been there for a while. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. This is a problem I experienced last week in the RuneSpan. Small missile platforms no longer ask for elemental runes when the player is missing a required mind rune. I looked at my thing and it's like, I have an air and an earth rune here. Why is it asking me for an elemental rune when it wouldn't let me cross? So it's good this is fixed, because I actually noticed this issue. But anyways, not that many little fixes this week. So moving on to the next thing, Wild Weekends. The second weekend, this weekend, is double RuneSpan points.
Oh God, what am I going to do with more points? They should have released this when RuneSpan came out. I bet a lot more people had more use out of it.
Yeah, not to mention also people probably have already no life the RuneSpan so much that they probably already have what they want, unless they're going for Steam 1 and lots of other things. So, but in any case, I think this is a good thing. It'll get people to RuneCraft. It's just too bad there's nothing more useful to buy with the points, as you said. What were you telling me last week after the show that you wanted to be able to buy with the points?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
I seriously cannot remember. I don't know what I said last week. I don't think I said anything about buying points. I said something about not a renewable source of resources.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which I'll get into that in at a future date.
You know, I don't know exactly what I would go to RuneSpan for right now, aside from experience.
You go there for the pouch, but if you need runes,
Yeah,
and if
91
you're
or 90 rune crafting, I guess. But that's about it.
uh,
Well, I guess it's good to stock up because that pouch isn't like the other ones. It's not fixed by the repair pouch skill. Once it actually degrades, that's it for it. So you will need to buy numerous of them. So I guess that's a good thing that you can go there and just farm the points to buy the pouches.
and also keep in mind that rune essences and runes itself are dropping, so it might be a good time to buy.
Oh, maybe.
Buy.
Let's see what Pure Essence is at right now. Just
Pure
using our Grand
Essence.
Exchange portfolio thingy-majig here. Pure Essence currently 102 GP.
Yeah, he went back up a little.
Fell quite a bit from 134 all the way down to a low of 92 a few days ago. Yeah, so it's on its way back up now. Maybe stabilize around 115.
I don't think so. If rune essence go up, runes have to go up too, and I don't see runes going up.
Nature runes have hit the floor since RuneSpan came out.
Uh-huh. So
Currently
they're basically the
146
same,
GP.
and they're honestly at the same price of astral runes right now. So if you get
Yeah, so you might
80,
as well just 82 and just do that instead of double natures.
Yep.
Nice. Well, not nice for runecrafters, but good for
I
the
think
pocket.
I think almost any rune crafter is just going to do the rune span anyway.
Yeah, unless they want to do it nostalgically. And there will still be people that are going to do that. But anyways, enough about runecrafting again. That's evidence that they're making an impact. The fact we're talking about RuneSpan 2 weeks in a row. So next up is email validation rewards. So basically, you can attach an email account to your RuneScape account for anyone out there who didn't know. And in doing this, you get a little bit of extra security from Jagex. And if you do this, you also get a bit more bank space, as they added last year sometime. But this week, they also added an XP lamp and a unique cape. It's called the Cape of Validation. It's got like a little ribbon on the back. I don't know, it's just a nice little novelty item you can get. Also, the XP lamp, I think, is on par with a small Squeal of Fortune XP lamp, giving XP based on your level. I got 5k summoning XP, so I was happy about that. And you can claim both these by visiting Diango and Draenor Village.
Yay!
The best part of this is the bank space. So if you're short on bank space and you've never validated your account, you can do that. It's really simple to do. All you need to do is log into the game, and you will be invited to validate your email through the quick and easy process, they say. So it's really simple to do, and you get bank space.
And keep in mind, it's free to play as well.
Yes.
So
And that's good. I mean, bank space is such a premium, and even with 460 odd slots like we have now, I think they could still add more bank space. But
I think if we kept
Anyways.
adding more, we kept adding more junk in.
yeah, that's probably true. I mean, I have lots of stuff in my bank that I need to clear out. I got this entire tab dedicated to just junk. But it's not junk. It's quest reward items from the days when you couldn't get quest items back. I don't know if I'll be able to get most of them back now since they probably added destroy options. But do you remember the sled from the troll quest?
Yes, I made it before to do a small gift.
Yeah, I kept mine. I also have all my monkey grees. I also in there have all the clue scroll items like the split bark helmet that you need for some clues. Just basically the one-off items that you never wear normally that you need for a clue or something in the junk tab. We're getting off topic here.
We always get off topic.
Next up, evolution of combat. So this is, as was hinted to in last week's SOF response, essentially what we got here is combat coming up later this summer. Modmark here says it will be one of the biggest content updates in RuneScape's history. So that's saying something, because previously I think the biggest content update was construction. Not counting dungeoneering, of course, because that's not a part of RuneScape. That's a part of a little subgame.
Mm-hmm. And so let's see. I'll just read off here. As this is a significant evolution of the game, we will be running our first ever beta test. Starting in the week commencing with the 25th of June, we value your input, and we know you are the best people to tell us what works and what doesn't.
Yeah. Now this is saying something, the fact that they need beta testers to do this. The only time else they did beta tests, I don't know why they're calling this their first beta test. Maybe because RuneScape HD was released in, quote, beta first, and RuneScape 2 was as well. So, I mean, I don't know how they can call this their first beta test. Maybe it's their first true beta test, and the fact that there'll be like a forum for people to submit issues and whatnot, and an actual discussion area and tracker for everything, and maybe a whole different version of the game for this case, because the only time else they did a whole different version of the game was when RS2 first came out, and they had beta servers for that. Did you play the RS2 beta?
Yeah, it was funny when my friend found out about the duplication bug that they had, and so basically people started duplicating full rune, full dragons, and all that kind of stuff, and started, quote unquote, selling them all over the place for high marks, or just dropping them everywhere. Basically what happened with this one is you could remember how you can like deposit X amount of whatever item?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was this little glitch introduced that if you have only one item and you do the deposit X, it will give you that many. So people kept like duplicated tens of thousands of dragon meds and dropping them all over the servers, and p-hats were rampant all over the place.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I got, after that came out, I got full rune and full dragon just by picking stuff up.
Yeah, so hopefully we won't see any kind of issues like that here, because RuneScape is a much more mature game now, and it would be very bad if something like that happened.
Yes.
But I will be signing up. They say the details will be released next week. I hope that they're not going to just sign up anyone who wants to sign up, because the vast majority of RuneScape players will have never actually participated in a true beta test, and there's a difference between using beta software and whatnot, like some might do with Firefox or something for like that, and actually participating in a beta test where you're actually testing things and trying to break things, and then submitting feedback. There's a big difference between the two. So I hope that it'll be a vetted process for that, and that because, if it's just a kind of open beta thing, that will be just completely ruining things for their test cases and whatnot. So that's my hope about this. But I will definitely be watching for how to get my name on this list, because as you know, you too, Trekkie, we both played RuneScape for a long, long time, and combat has always been like this, so we know the way this thing's going to be.
It will be interesting. Let's moving on to our next topic, because we kind of beat this one to death anyway.
Yeah, MCM, more info.
So,
anyway, there's not much to say with this one. This is just a bit more information for this.
And also for those who are thinking about participating, they have 3 little packages that you can get. You have the starter pack, premium pack, and deluxe pack, and each one is more expensive than the other. Basically, if you start out with the starter pack, you get 1 month of free membership, a small item with 10 spins, and 10% boost for 24 hours of game time. Premium is 3 months, little and extra spins. Deluxe is 6 months and more extra spins. And a t-shirt if you get the deluxe.
But the thing is, the vanity items given in these packs are the vanity items given out in the past for other certain membership promotions. So the vanity items really aren't the way to go about this, I don't think. But the XP boosts, 10% for 24 hours of game time for starter, 3 days for premium, and 7 days for deluxe. And you also get 75 squeal spins on deluxe, 25 on premium, and 10 on starter. Personally, I'd buy the deluxe pack because it'd be nice to have that kind of XP boost all the time for 7 days. 7 days is a lot of game time, and you also get concept art.
And you get 6 months of free membership for $50.
Yeah, I guess.
So
and
you should, you know what, Shane? You should just buy it for the free for 6 months of membership.
I know. I wish I could get one of these, especially the concept art.
You don't have to worry about going. Just give me the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was a way to purchase this pack elsewhere. If anyone's going in the UK and you want to do this, and you have no issues shipping to Canada, talk to me and maybe we can work something out.
And one other little thing, they are also offering 2 ways for you to obtain free tickets in our MCM exclusive competitions.
But you have to pay for your airfare and accommodation.
Yeah, well, that's Mom. They have the MCM ticket challenge and the MCM costume competition. Both ends in exactly 2 days from this podcast. So it's going to be it ends on Sunday, May 13th. So if you haven't done it yet, do it now.
Yeah, and there's also one other thing in this post that's interesting. We'll also be showcasing RuneScape on large screens, mixing it up between RuneScape videos, live concept artist work, and scapers playing live at the event. The main area will be dedicated to the most important thing, playing RuneScape. Take a few minutes out from the hustle and bustle of the event by sitting down with us and playing a little RuneScape. You never know, a friendly JMod may even look over your shoulder to offer some top tips. Then they also say down below that Mod Mark, RuneScape's lead designer, will be popping by the stand on Saturday. He loves nothing more than to talk RuneScape, so if you want to know why cabbages are so large, or how long it takes to make an update, or just ask some other burning question, Mod Mark is the man.
You should ask him for an interview on the podcast here, Shane.
Yeah, maybe.
We can send creepy if you want.
No, that's okay. I'd rather send someone else. So yeah, that's MCM. And there's also something else I read about MCM. I think Jagex is going there to introduce their new Transformers MMO. Yeah, that's right. Jagex is going to be showing off Transformers Universe at MCM. So that's probably the main reason why they're going there. I've just read this, and I forgot to insert it into the notes, but that would actually be very interesting to see this unveiled there. I'm surprised there wasn't more cross-pollination between that and the RuneScape feed on RuneScape.com, because, it's Jagex, so why wouldn't they both, showcase their thing if they're actually unveiling it there? It seemed a little weird to me.
Oh, it's how it is.
So, anyways, that's it for RS updates this week.